Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
You're a Scot, you can't have a pom-pom. Oh shit, you're going to do something. Oh, it's Arthur. It's Arthur Gradis. You like that flavour? Oh, yeah. Was it 11? You were good when you know. I'm so fucking hell. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, round 15 of the Senol NPL Victoria men's competition tonight. It is Altona Magic. We're here at Paisley Park, the home side, up against the Oakleigh Cannons. Oakleigh, top of the tree, and Altona Magic barring their way out of the relegation zone. It's myself, Alexander Stojanovski. Tonight joining me, Arthur. Welcome tonight, Arthur.
Thanks, Alexander. Very intriguing clash, as we were talking earlier. And top of the table, Oakleigh, who came away with a loss midweek against Brunswick Juventus. Anthony Barbieri's team got the goods in extra time. And as you were saying, and rightly so, will that midweek game and the 120 minutes played affect the Oakleigh team? But you know, they're a very experienced unit, and no doubt Altona have something to obviously prove here, playing at home, and they're pretty solid at home, as you would know.
They absolutely are. The last few weeks here, it's been I'd say a mixed bag, but on the positive side for Altona Magic, of course, last week coming down and losing here, but more or less, we'll go straight into the lineups. We'll go Altona Magic starting lineup for today. Only one change from last week. Casey went number 1 in goals. Number 2, Hiyori Kawaguchi. Number 3, Lachlan Gillard. Number 5, Garanga out. Number 6, John Stochevsky. Number 7, John Mabok. Number 10, Eamon Sordo. Number 11, Owen McCloskey. Number 15, Alexander Gust. Number 16, Brian Sutamo. And number 17, and the captain for tonight, Daniel Fabrizio. For the Oakleigh Cannons, in the starting lineup, number 21, Thomas Manos. Number 2, Brody Boyce. Number 3, Connor Hampson. Number 5, Jacob Tratt. Number 8, Cameron McGillip. Number 10, and the skipper tonight for the Oakleigh Cannons, Joseph Guest. Number 11, Adam Duradovic. Number 14, Kingsley Sinclair. Number 19, Labib. Number 22, Joseph Ford. And number 23, Liston Diaz. As Altona Magic in their striped black and red kit going from your right to left. Kicking off here. Oakleigh Cannons just looking to shift and clear early. Gillard not bringing that one down. What do you think of tonight's prospects for the Cannons? Or do you think, Arthur, Altona Magic could go on and do the job tonight?
Look, I really genuinely think it's going to be a tight clash. Only because we saw how Altona bounced back after that 5-1 drubbing to Avondale, and they came and beat Preston here 1-0, which was the big derby here. And we know that they're more than capable of mustering up some magic and coming up with a result. And but they have a tough task because Chris Taylor's men aren't on top of the ladder for no reason. And there's the first corner of the game. They're well-drilled unit, and no doubt, being from up that way, I have seen them many a time, and I must say they're one of the teams that actually try and play football.
I do agree with you, Arthur. As that corner sent in, it's a poor one. I thought it was just going to be cleared out, but retention of the ball was good work there by Fabrizio initially. They get that one back, Oakleigh. It's a good touch there by Joey Guest. And can only imagine this one will have a bit of tension in the early stages. Both sides know plenty to play for, especially Altona knowing they need to keep that momentum to push themselves out and further away from that bottom 3. Labib. Straight into Gust. Headed back by Sordo, which was misplaced. And he'll come all the way back to Labib, who sends it in. And nice little clearance as Gillard got the end of that one. And they look to break forward here, Altona Magic. Mabok streaming forward on the right-hand side. Option to his right was ignored. It was McCloskey. Gave the ball away. And now Oakleigh Cannons going the other way through Sinclair. Down the line. Space. There's a good pressure. And Altona Magic able to withstand a little bit of a barrage from the Oakleigh Cannons. Call kick went to bring this one back into play. Bit of a gust. Not too bad, though. Going to the Oakleigh end. Not too far away from the foreshores of Williamstown Beach and Altona, so we do tend to get that little bit of a breeze at Paisley Park, don't we, Arthur?
Yes, no, very well. Being an avid fisherman, these are some great snapper grounds around here, so I know the wind up this way. And the ground in some great condition, though. It's reasonably good, considering we had the odd shower in the last few weeks as the Cannons try and go forward, but some solid defending there. And they're going to need to do a fair bit of that today in order to try and muster their way through this first 20 or so minutes. And the Cannons go forward. Cleared away yet again. Some scrappy clearances at the moment. And Cannons trying to prise open the defensive lines. And Vent needs to be on song here. He did quite well against Avondale, but then the floodgates opened, and unfortunately one of his clearances caused a goal, which unfortunately was not inclusive of how he played the game early on, as the Cannons try and go forward. And in the end, after the kerfuffle of the coach being sent off, we saw the team pretty much crumble and lose 5-1 against Avondale, which was a result they didn't really need at the time. Going forward, Boyce does well. And again, the avenue to goal. Guest overruns it. And Boyce, a very, very good winger and a useful defender going forward. Alexander, he's really one of those type of wingers that can really cause troubles if not marked up when going down the line.
Yes, we've seen that in previous weeks. As now Stochevsky on the ball, giving Altona Magic a chance down the line. It absolutely cleaned out there was Fabrizio. It's taken out by McGillip. And it'll be free kick for the Magic on the near side towards the gangtree. Maybe a first chance from a set piece. Gust just over the ball. Just getting instructions just to send that one in. Go short to Sudamo. Sordo. It's been an inspired form for the Magic. Getting that winner against the Preston Lions a few weeks back here at Paisley Park. As Gillard sends that one wide. And that time, unable to keep that in play. It's Kawaguchi just up on the right-hand side today. Ball recycled back. The Cannons, knowing the best way to get over midweek disappointment is to come here at Paisley Park and get 3 points. As Gus looks to the early throw. Sutomo to Sochevsky. Back to Gus. Nice little footwork. Now, Rue sends it to Gillard. Nice body usage. And space is opened up, and the shot from distance, and it's just wide. And the Magic sending some early warning signs to the Cannons. Arthur.
That was a great effort, I tell you what. And, Aru, solid defender, sending the ball forward, and then a shot on goal there. And it wasn't that far gone. And Manos was scrambling. Thomas Manos coming from Avondale this season for the Cannons. And I think he's done quite a good job after a sort of shaky start. He's been ever reliable in the games that I have seen him. But that's a good test there to start off the home side's avenue to goal. Alexander Goost using his goalkeeper. Vent, he's really good with his feet. And this wide ground would suit him. Ball pushed away. And again, the Magic now. Back post was free there. Try and find a way forward again. It's gone all the way back now. They're trying to switch play. Goose is asking for it on the wing here. And a great ball by Stojevski. A great stalwart of Altona Magic. Sorely missed with his injury, and it was good to see him back to his reliable ways.
Yes, absolutely. Over 120 plus caps for the Altona Magic. Johnny Stojevski getting the start tonight for the Magic. And his centre-back position. I mean, we know what he used to do in the left-back position. He used to storm up and down the channel as the flag goes up here. A little bit of it's a different position for John, but we know he's capable. He's defensively sound and reads the game very well. Gust on the left-hand side has usually been a bit of a shift in terms of changes for the Magic. I mean, in previous weeks we're using Kawaguchi in the central defensive position, and then they have shifted Aru up on to the middle of the park now, who was playing right back. So the ability just to shift this team, it's an interesting decision, of course, but now the ball over the top, and Labib, and out comes Wen, and this could be an opener. Beautiful finish. Labib, Oakleigh Cannons lead. Take us through that one, Arthur.
And I tell you what, unfortunate again. I think Casey Vent should have done better with that. He's come out and he's exposed his goal. And Labib was an absolutely classy finish. And well called, Alexander. It was just absolutely exquisite. And you can't ask for more. The Oakleigh Cannons coming here, and we're not even 5 or 6 minutes into the game. And it's 1-0 to the visitors, and it's a hill now that Altona Magic must climb. And look, there's plenty of time left, no doubt. And they just need to dig in deep and forget about it and try and take it back to the Cannons. Vent, his clearance, like his footwork is excellent at times, but again, at times it also lets him down. And I saw that at Altona, and here we are again. That clearance that he made went straight to the defensive lines of Oakleigh, and it was that clearance going forward that put Labib up front, and in the end scoring the goal.
Yep, it's one of those ones where, as a keeper, if you come out to try and sweep and clear that ball, you have to get to it. But on this occasion, went and he came with nothing, and Labib, who's in a rich vein of form, scored 3 in his last 3. Got one on the Wednesday night in that round 7 clash against Juventus, the Brunswick Juventus, of course. But, of course, an all too familiar position. The Magic having to chase like they have been for most parts of this season. Last week, they went down against Hume City. They were able to find a leveller through Mabok last week. So I'm sure they're well drilled. They'll be able to just continue pushing their way through. Just got to stay alert and just got to wait for the right moment to go forward. But Oakleigh Cannons have really started like a house on fire. And again, Casey Wendt called into action. this time makes a save. Joey Guest getting in the right position at the right time. You know, one thing's certain though, Oakleigh Cannons, when you see 90 minutes of football and when the Cannons are playing on the pitch, you're just going to see goals. So many of those have been scored this season. And we know individual players like Guest, like Diaz, there's so much real poison in that attack from the Cannons. There's now Mabok, who's trying to bustle his way through. Was met by a challenge by Boyce, and he was asking for a free kick, which nothing was given. And the Cannons come the other way. Alexander Mikulowski, the main man, taking charge of this fixture. The referee flicked on. Mabok just trying to get that one out wide. Stays in play, Kawaguchi. Just happy to slow that one down. Send it back to Gillard. Went on. Saw them do this last week against Hume City. Happy to keep the ball and recycle it. Try to shift that defensive structure. Stays in play, Sordo. Has a bit of space, goes low, Mabok, and those two combine. And again, well marshalled by the Cannons defence.
And I think that was trapped. Did quite well trying to clear that ball. And like you said, Sordo, one of the more talented players, needs to get into this game. There's no doubt about it. The clearance to Stojcevski. He goes wide. Staying wide to get the ball, and the Goose plays a good ball forward, but only finding the Cannons with Glip. Chance now. Guest, ball to Labib again. Labib, what can he do? He's put it across, goal! And there's a chance gone begging. The Cannons could have been 2 up there. And luckily for the Magic, they weren't punished by Labib getting the ball across. And I think it was Duradovic almost slotting it away. And I tell you what, there's one thing that really bothers me, though, Alexander. They're wearing red and black Altona Magic, and the goalkeeper's wearing a reddy pink top. That just baffles me. Being a goalkeeper myself, I was never allowed to do things like that, and just a little funny and very confusing at times. And that's referees allowed play on there. That certainly looked like a free kick to me. Deep ball, Labib. He's there again. And he handballed it there. It's a bit of a weird one. He's handballed the ball, and the linesman quick to see it. Did he think the ball was out? I'm not too sure. So he'd be lucky not to get a yellow card.
Yeah, just a talking to there for Labib. A rush of blood moment there. Probably lucky to get away with that caution, but nonetheless, we haven't seen one here yet at Paisley Park. It's been a fairly, say, clean game. There's been a little bit of tussles of bouts going around the pitch, but nothing too sinister, of course. Stojcevski done well. All down the line. Duranovic was the first one onto it until Gillard just comes in and wins that sliding tackle. Throw in here deep in the Oakleigh Cannons forward half. It's been a good start for the Cannons. Almost feel like they could have easily been 2 up just before this one. Gust under pressure, has to clear it forward. Headed down by McGillip and just sent into touch. Sordo applying enough pressure on Cameron McGillip there. Nice little opportunity for Magic just to get forward here It's been a good passage of play from the Cannons. They've shown their quality in the early stages again. And hard work getting that early goal. Just putting that extra bit of pressure on the Magic as it looked like a foul conceded by Sutamo. He's got his hands up asking the referee as to why the free kick was given. Just a bit of a barrage into the back. Free kick played early. Sinclair just losing his footing momentarily, and he's given the free kick away. It's Mabok who worked back to win that free kick. Shown promising signs in the last few weeks. John Mabok, very much the talisman up top for the Magic, getting their goals, working hard when he is called into action. You can see a few players now just losing their footing. And here's Cold Night, bit dewy on the pitch. Didn't need to pull the sprinklers out tonight, did they, Arthur?
I tell you what, would have made it a little bit tougher. And you talked about Mabok as Altona go forward, and that's a free kick. Inside? No, I think it was just outside the box. Pretty close, like you said. I'd love to see a replay of that, but it's a free kick in a danger zone. And a chance now for the Magic. You're talking about Mabok earlier, and he impressed me a hell of a lot against Avondale. He really bustled and tried his guts out, scored a great goal to equalise, and then was unfortunate on a couple other occasions. But like you said, no doubt he's one of the more promising players for the Magic. And a chance now, a dangerous situation for the Cannons. The home side really looking at trying to... Free kick taken. Not a great free kick at that. Chance now. The shot charged down. And still, Stojevski puts a beautiful ball in the box. Great work there by Aru. He does quite well. And he looks like he's trying to get involved in the midfield a lot more because he's got a bit of strength there and challenging with the quality of Joe Guest, the gold medal winner. And we know what he can do if he takes a hold of the game. Alexander, did we see the replay there? Did it look like it was in or out? The right decision. Just outside the box. So in the end, good refereeing, like you said, Alexander. And that's what you like to see. He was right behind that ball anyway, and there was no doubt that that was going to be, if there was a penalty to be given, he would have done that. As Labib has got Guest on his own. There's a bit of space there. Labib somehow finds Stojevski and the throw for the Cannons.
Yep, that man again, number 19 for Oakleigh, Labib, who, of course, has got the opener tonight, but he's just been in the right areas, putting the balls in, causing all sorts of havoc for that Magic defence. There's a turnover here, could spell some trouble, and a big challenge by Boyce to cut that one out. As Mabok streaming through. Now Sordo has two to compete with, and he ends up giving that one away. It'll be a throw-in for the Cannons. Showing how important it is to have such a defensive player to cover for you. When you give the ball away through the middle there, it's always going to be a spell of trouble. Ball bouncing around at the moment. Nice little touch by Fabrizio. Sordo looking to get away, and that ball stays in play. It's a nice little bit of tracking by Joseph Ford. And Sordo staying down at the moment, and the referee will stop that one in play. Not sure. Hopefully it's not anything serious. Potentially maybe a hamstring And if that's the case, probably seeing the last few moments here of Eamon Sordo, who has been a dangerous figure for that Altona Magic attack. If he was to be subbed off, which might be the case here, does give both sides just the opportunity to get some fluids, a brief spell, to talk through some things with the coaching staffs. I think if you are the Cannons, though, you'd be happy with their start, Arthur. They've been the better side, and they've come away with a goal.
And just a quick cheerio to my boys at Chisholm United. They're watching the game now. They've just sent some messages, and they're enjoying the game here. And good win by the boys yesterday, 2-0. So a cheerio to them. And new coach Dom D'Angelo, along with Juan Nilo. And that man, Christian Sakis, also the maestro helping out there. Back to the game. And the header back to Went. Like you said, the Cannons, they look very, very sort of comfortable on the ball, but the Magic are trying to make it tough for them, and they have had a couple of instances where they've gone forward, just like now. The only thing is there's got no numbers on the ball. The ball in the box, a high ball at that, and lack of numbers going forward. And there's someone on the ground there, and it looks like it's Aru. And another injury, and it looks like we have got a change. Peter Hatsopoulos comes on, the youngster, who's been quite promising. I've seen some of his games, and he's shown a bit of ability, Alexander.
Yeah, he has. Today had to make do with a place on the bench, but Mabok just getting back onto his feet, which I was just worried for a moment if they had lost John Mabok, be spelling it a bit, almost a lot of players in their attacking possession will be very much a challenge for Magic. He's back up, and that's the main thing. Hatsopoulos, yes, he's definitely impressed the last few weeks. He's getting himself in the right positions, and he's pure fight to get forward and make an attempt to get in the game. It's always great to see as the Cannons having to just enjoy a bit of spell of defending. As the Cannons know, it's that period of the game now where how important it is just to keep the game under their control. Not give Altona Magic too much going forward. Now Fabrizio looks like who's moved into that wide position. Hatsopoulos shifting up top. Having to make a few changes. Probably not what they wanted to do early, Magic, but so much you can do sometimes when you get thrown in a position where you lose one of your key players. And also already chasing Arthur. It's going to be a tough evening. There's still plenty of time, though. Fabrizio, instead of going into that central position, will have to make do on the left-hand side. Header one by Juratovic. Fabrizio sends it down the line to Mabok. Mabok to Gust. Nice little 1-2. Chases on, forward was there. Mabok still has it. Still Mabok. Goes backwards. And McGill did well to get that ball until he just gave it away. Kawaguchi had to step across, make the interception. Stachevski providing that option on the left. Goes to his right to Gillard. Things just starting to, I wouldn't say go into a lull, but could potentially get like that if the Cannons just like to sit back, which is probably not the wrong decision. Soak up a bit of pressure and maybe try catch Magic on the break. There's nothing wrong with the way they're setting up. I do like it, Arthur, knowing that they have to shift the ball quick enough to get around this defence, and they can't really just send it over the top. They've got a lot of plays behind the ball, the Cannons.
Yeah, I've noticed that the Magic have almost strong-armed the midfield at the moment, but the problem is that they're winning the ball in the midfield, but they're not finding numbers going forward. So it's no good winning the ball in the midfield if you can't create up front. And like you said, that Oakleigh sitting back, creating the space up front, and punishing as they did with Labib when need be. They're a goal up, and what they're doing now is just waiting for the right moment to try and strike again. As you can see now, good ball forward and good defending on top of that. And as we said earlier, Sordo coming off, and as we said, it looked like it was a hamstring. He pulled up quite, painfully there, and you could see him holding the back end of his hamstring, and let's just hope he's okay. He's not going to be missing for too much, because he's the type of player the Magic need in order to try and cash in on their possession of the ball, and now they're missing him. Hatsopoulos needs to come and step up and take that mantle in order to try and get the Magic back into this game.
Absolutely. As the ball comes in, Labib again, streaming down that right-hand side. Gus on his tail. The ball and the touch, which Guest was trying to figure out how to get his feet sorted, because that was coming in quite quick. Guest's got the quality to bring that one under control. If he did there, it was one-on-one with Casey Wentz. Nonetheless, Magic survive. Fabrizio happy to let that one roll past. Be a throw in. Ford brings it into play. Well done by Hatsopoulos. Using his body, gets that ball back for the Magic. He'll get a throw in. As you addressed, Arthur, when they win that ball, the Magic just struggling to get the numbers at least close enough to find a pass off. And that long ball option, it's not really on as that one goes out. Just due to the fact of how deep Oakleigh Cannons are sitting, they're going to win those 9 times out of 10, you'd like to say. Yeah, absolutely. They need to get Kawaguchi involved. Japanese international, when he gets involved, causes a lot of havoc down that right-hand side. And now Mabok goes central. It was too central. Nice work there by Manos. Just a claim. Goes for the early release. Kawaguchi, we just spoke of, had to go and retrieve. Sends it long. Hatsopoulos was closest to it. Wasn't able to get to it, but they come away with it again. McCloskey sends it to Mabok. Mabok, and a big block by Manos. It was all ball. And he had to make certain to get to that first, because if Mabok gets around him there, goes down, it's a penalty. Definitely just inside the box from what we could see. The Cannons look to go long. Aru just happy just to get in front of his marker and just let that one go out for a goal kick. So just nothing too much to note of besides the goal. Both sides still tussling and trying to create chances going forward. Has been very scrappy. They'll go for that long goal kick. When just sending his troops forward here. Already past the 30-minute mark here at Paisley Park. If you are tuning in, only difference was Labib, who got this game underway for the Cannons. And an early substitute to Sordo, as that one played over the top. Fabrizio uses his body. Hatsopoulos. Fabrizio now. Surrounded by a few. Sutomo to Hatsopoulos. Looking to send it in. and he'll get a corner. Positive here by the Magic. Could be questions around the Cannons' defence here, as they will have to set up and defend this corner. Kawaguchi just coming across to take it. Few up, you've got Aru, and you've got Gillard at the back post, who at the moment is unmarked. No one on the back post marking Gillard. So they're all just standing around the 6-yard box, the Oakleigh defence. And the header, I'll tell you now, that's going to be another corner. It was a good opportunity. It looked like it was Mabok who went rising. Arthur, tell us about that one.
Tell you what, it was closer than what it looked. Chance there, but there was claims almost for a handball there too. But I don't think it was a handball. But it's in the danger zone now. And Manos has to deal with some of the tall timber there. And Gillard's gone in the box again. He's right around the goalkeeper, as is Aru. Curling ball. Headed away. Charger and Agust couldn't get the ball. Again, lobbed up and easily mopped up by Manos. Now Manos is looking forward. And that is a brilliant kick there into space. And good defending in the end to clear the ball away by Stojevski. And in the end, the Magic are trying to formulise some sort of way through this Oakleigh defence. Almost got through with Mabok, but Manos did very well to get to the ball just in time to prevent the equaliser. It's pretty even at the moment. Scrappy game, as Alexander said, but the Cannons are holding sway here at 1-0. Labib, the goal scorer. Oh, I tell you what, that was a rash challenge there, and certainly a yellow card. What was he thinking there, Goose? I mean, I tell you what. No, it wasn't. That was Sudamo. The numbers here, sorry, Alexander, are a bit combined, and at least the numbers are clear. Not like one of the instances I remember against South Melbourne and St Albans, where they were wearing silver and we could barely make out who was who. Lucky we knew the players by their looks. Ball into the box. Not a good one. But Labib finding a way. And he loses it in the end. The Magic have got to just really throw themselves into this contest. You're looking at the top team of the ladder here. You're not playing just anybody. As the clearance there decided not to go to the goalkeeper, Jacob Tratt, who's come into the lineup. Ball into the box, a good defensive slide there. And again. And he's done well, trying to go forward. McGillip, absolutely brilliant on the ball. A lot of raw ability. He's been a stalwart of this team for quite a few years and been part of championship winning teams. Came back from injury recently. Forte really should have done better with that. Fabrizio, no, he decided to give it to Goost. And he really needs to get into the game also. We haven't seen a sight of Owen McCluskey, the former Port Melbourne man. He's really been out of action at the moment. He needs to get into the game. And another free kick. Sutumo really has to watch what he's doing, Alexander. He's going to get sent off.
Yeah, just a clumsy one in the back there. sitting on the yellow card. I'm sure he'll be wary. He's just got to have to be very cautious on how he goes into those challenges. As that one gets reset across, and the Cannons through forward. Labib. It was actually great work there by Gust. Gets in front, wins the ball back. Fabrizio now sent forward by Stochevski. Mabok goes up. McGillip did well to win the header. They restart again. Tratt, who went long, a slip by Diaz, it looked like. It was. They do get the ball back. It ends all the way back to Jacob Tratt. Goes to Manos. And we're coming towards the closing stages of the first half, of which we have described it as a scrappy first half, but this man on the ball now, Labib, the difference between the two sides. Sends a low cross, went claimed with ease. And an update at half-time in the Maltese derby. It's George Cross 0, Green Gully 0. In other results, Melbourne City losing 1-0 at home against Dandy City, and you had Avondale, who won comfortably against the Bentley Greens by 4-0, and a 1-1 draw after South Melbourne making the decision to sack Sahazic. Have gone at Human. I think that's a positive result. I think a draw there, but nonetheless, I'm sure a lot of questions for those headlines to be touched on, I guess, on another time, but it's this game, though, has had its moments. It's ebbed and flowed. But Oakleigh coming out on top with a few moments left in this first half. Magic trying to do their best to try and get level. About 4 minutes left here. Manos happy to slow it down. Take the sting out of this one. Long ball, Gillard comes off him last, stays in play. Kawaguchi. Root. And now the spread of play looking exquisite by the Magic. Down the line by Fabrizio Hatsopoulos. So asking for the free kick. And Aru does well just to recover. Guest just throwing his body in. And Oakleigh get that ball back. Guest goes wide. Labib. Back to Guest. Does someone go through his legs? Goes for the switch. A touch. And a great challenge. Look like McCloskey. They're going forward here, Magic. Mabok. Again, just isolated at the moment, Bok. Just needs a little bit more in terms of support. And that was so easy, McGillip there. Just a turn two. And another big challenge. That would look like potentially a free kick. And Kawaguchi now, he's been asked to get up too. So challenges, players going down. The referee letting those ones go. And the bib there, that was a dummy by Guest, which to no man. And then the whistle does eventually go. And it was Gillard who went down. So we have a whole team players. Gillard went down, got the free kick. There's players just all over the pitch just for the moment. So what can the Magic do in these closing moments? Can they create one more viable opportunity and put that one away? Rue, Tsutomo, Stochevski, as Gust decides to go the other way, back to Gillard. Kawaguchi, we said, needs to get involved. He's doing his best just to stretch the shape of that Oakleigh defence. We said this earlier about just the Magic having to move the ball a little bit quicker. You can see they're trying to work it patiently and then try and find a ball through the middle, which I thought there was a bit rushed. Arthur.
Tell you what, the amount of slipping over that I've seen, excuse me, is just baffling me. Maybe the ground is a little soft underfoot after all, because we've seen both teams losing their feet. And both teams seem to be really struggling to pass a straight ball at times. Great ball there. Trying to find a way through. Labib. He's been probably the standout player at the moment for the Cannons, along with that man there, Guest. But his pass was a little misinterpreted, you would say. Diaz has really not been in the game to try and find his way to the back of the net. I was told he's a little struggling with a bit of calf, maybe strain or a minor strain, but he's on the park, and if you're on the park, you're ready to play. And here we go. Diaz. Surely! Oh, just wide. And that was a chance I'm begging Alexander. I tell you, just as I was saying he hasn't to get in the game, he's almost made it 2-0.
It's a great shot there coming in. It looked like Duradovic who got away and just putting it past Wentz, right-hand post. They escaped this time, the Magic. I think probably more than happy just to get to the shed at 1-0 down. They just need to keep composure here and just get to half-time and come back out in the second half. Sure, have changes to be made. Starting 11 looking a little bit different after Sordo having to come off due to injury. Gust was beautiful there through the middle. Hatsopoulos. There's a bit of a under-hit pass, but Fabrizio did well just to hold it up. Needs to get rid of it now. Rue is under pressure, and a free kick was given. Play does get underway pretty fast. Gillard. Kawaguchi looks down the line to McCloskey. Just has had difficulty just to get involved in this one today, McCloskey. Ball maybe not coming down his touchline as often, but he's been well marshalled today by Oakleigh's left back. As we have 2 minutes of out of time, I was just going to mention Connor Hampson, who's been really good for the Oakleigh Cannons down that left-hand side. 2 minutes is all that's left, though. We've played a lot of 45. We're only going to get 2 more here. 2 more minutes, which Altona Magic will be more than happy to claim, as they have an attacking opportunity from the throw. Gust looks potentially to go short, goes over the top. Given away. Now Stochevsky needs to make sure. Does. Maru gives it away. Labib, the ball in behind by Guest, was read well by the well-experienced John Stochevsky. Gust. Mabok went central, looking for Hatsopoulos. It's given away, though. Sinclair, who just dropped in. He's been well marshalled in that middle. Sinclair knows where to read the passes when they do come in by the Magic. The slip again. Arthur, we've seen another one. There's now Aru, Sutomo, and those two exchange passes, and potentially here one last opportunity to go forward before our halftime whistle goes. Fabrizio, backheel down the line to Gust. Has Hatsopoulos. Labib wins the ball. Now he's got a bit of space. Goes central. Opens up the space well. Labib. Still going Labib. And he looks for that Duradovic pass, who in the end just wasn't on the same wavelength. So that is half time. The final moments, which we saw Labib running into space, and fortunately wasn't able to find Duradovic. And Oakleigh Cannons leading here through the opening goal. Labib, man in a purple patch of form. 3 in his last 3. And what have you made of the first half, Arthur?
As we said earlier, it's a very scrappy affair. The Oakleigh were pretty much the leaders of the pack early on, but Altona have looked pretty good going forward at times when they have the numbers. When the midfielders won the ball and they have got the numbers up front, they have had a couple of chances, especially the one with Mabok that Manos saved. A couple of crosses flicked over out for a corner. But ultimately, the score is 1-0 here. Labib scoring in the 11th minute. And we'll be back after a few messages from our sponsors.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Round 15, second half of the Senol NPL Victoria Round 15 match here at Paisley Park. Altona Magic actually just down 1-0 at the break against the Oakleigh Cannons. As the Cannons will kick off, going from your right to left, Magic going from your left to right. It was a very close affair in that first half, edged by the Cannons. Bib Labib, the goal scorer in this one. So, a bit of a hill to climb for the Magic in this second half. And they will need to get this man involved as much as they can. Kawaguchi sends it long. It's cleared out. Now come the other way, Mabok, who's asking for a free kick, and he gets it. So early opportunity, early doors in this second half, and a yellow card also has been issued. Looks like Kingsley Sinclair, the culprit. And we were saying in the first half the importance of when Mabok gets on the ball, he just drives at the defensive structure of the Oakleigh Cannons. Like a hot knife through butter sometimes. That time had to be brought down. So Kawaguchi over this one. Shaping like he looks like he's going to just whip this towards the centre. Goes towards the back. Stays in play. It's cleared out in the end. Zaru did well just to get his body in front. Tsutomo into no man's land. Cleared out. Gus brings it down. Sends it wide. And the touch by Fabrizio this time just letting him down. Still plenty of time in this second half for Magic just to put the Cannons on the back foot. But they'll have to deal with this one first and foremost. Cannons down the right-hand side. Comes central. Guess looking for the pass for Diaz. Just under hit. Now, Tratt just chests that one out wide. Hampson to Sinclair. Hampson. It's a long one. Swent should claim, and he does. Long throw. Kawaguchi. Seen a bit of it early in this second half. Gillard to Stachevski. No changes. And half time for either side. Gillard. Kawaguchi looks to send it over to John Mabok, who was able to get to that first. Tratt sends it out. Tsutomo now. Just looking for Kawaguchi. Just misplaced that one, Arthur.
Yeah, it's been told by the boys that they are wearing stops. So it's a little weird that they're slipping over. Everyone's wearing screw-ins, which makes it a little bit peculiar. Kawaguchi. Mabok. Ball cleared away. 1 on 5 there. Duradovic unable to find the way through. Chance for the Magic to try and open up play here. They seem to favour this right-hand side at the moment. Kawaguchi headers the ball. Mopped up nicely. Trapped, he's had a good game, Jacob Trapp. Not the greatest of balls, but still. Chance now for the Magic. Can they get it into the box? Twisting, turning, cleared away again. Not much opening here, and a chance for the Cannons to break now. Labib, he's got the ball on the right-hand side. The referee's allowed play on. Said that Aru got the ball, and I reckon I agree with him. Chance for the Magic now. Ball holding up a fair bit on this grass. That's certainly the case, and a free kick given there this time. As the Cannons take stock with Manos to push the ball forward. Complaints about Manos putting the ball back, and he's certainly going back to put it back. 1-0. We've been playing 5 or 6 minutes in this second half, and still the visitors are up 1-0. Ball favouring the Magic. The wind's blowing from left to right of screen. And Manos loves driving that ball forward. Labib, little shove there, gets away with it. Still a bit of no fluency in the players of yet for either side. And the Cannons again trying to push their way forward, and a good ball now. The flag's gone up for Labib. And almost an opening there, Alexander. You can see that they're trying to manufacture something out of nothing, but the Cannons have sort of been stifled a bit in their fluent play.
Yep, I do agree. They find their moments to go forward. In the numbers they stream forward, they go quite quickly too. We've seen it in the first half through Labib. Likes getting down that right-hand channel. The Magic just finding moments to just take it easy on the ball and just be a little bit more patient. Because, you know, the Cannons, they like to just sit and they like to just come forward at the right time. At the stage of this game, it does feel like the Cannons more than happy just to let this one play out the way it is. Hasn't been overly open at times. It's been narrow. And just the speed of which Altona Magic are moving the ball doesn't seem to really trouble the defensive shape of the Oakleigh Cannons. As they have a free kick. You can see now to just play it early. On to a nice give and go. Guess just sending one down the line. The chase was on, and definitely a free kick given away. That time was Hampson just wiping out Gillard. It's been well reffed today, Arthur. Everything seems to have been spot on it by our referee today. Seen 2 cautions. Otherwise, it's been a fairly clean match. Sends it long, looking for Mabok. Well headed by Hampson. Sutomo's in there, so is Gillard. Ball comes out to Stojcevski. Mabok. Stojcevski wanders forward. Just back into shape now, where Fabrizio picks this ball up, goes central. Fabrizio. And the shot! And taking a deflection. It's much better there by the Magic. Fabrizio. The danger man coming in central. Laying that one out. The effort, which has taken a nick off an Oakleigh Cannons defender, gives an opening opportunity to the Magic from this corner. The near side, Kawaguchi. To Send in towards the near post. It's come through, and it's still in play. And in the end, an opportunity of which Altona Magic probably know they could have done much better there, Arthur.
Tell you what, that was a good chance. A good chance on goal there. But ultimately, the ball has gone to Manos for a goal kick, and a couple of attempts there. And that just shows you that the Magic are threatening. I'm not sure about that corner ball. Don't know where the deflection came, but no doubt the referee was a lot closer than we were. Manos goes long. Driving ball. Chance now. And throw in. Kawaguchi. Chris Taylor. A man that needs no accolades. He's won so many of these championships. As the ball headed back all the way to Manos. He's been at the Cannons where he has won 3 championships since he's been here. And there's certain class in his coaching. And another slip up there. And a chance now to go forward. The Magic, what can they do here? Kawaguchi's running off the ball. And not a good ball there. Trying to push it forward there by Lawton. Kawaguchi trying to find an opening. And that was McCloskey, not Lawton, sorry. Looks like we've got a bit of rain coming down now, which isn't going to make things any easier for both sides. And the rain's not going to be helpful. The shot! Oh, my Lord! Out of the blue! Connor Hampson, he's done that before. He's threatened, and he's given us a rasping drive. And 2-0 to the Cannons. Absolutely caught us by surprise, Alexander.
Yeah, we were just saying how the rain started to pour, and Connor Hampson just said, let me hit one out of here. That was right up where the keepers cannot catch that. Potentially a goal of the week contender by Connor Hampson. And the Cannons, 2-0 lead here at Paisley Park. How will the Magic respond? It's going to be a big hill to climb, especially with the rain starting to come down. It could get very ugly now. So, beautiful, beautiful finish. Aaron right into the corner of the goal. And no chance for Casey Wen. Did everything he could just to get a fingertip on it. Magic, where they thought for a moment they had the chances just to get level. Oakleigh Cannons just pushing this one for them to control. There's a bib now. Labib has a bit of space. He's marshaled by a few players. Just loses out. Yep. The Cannons couldn't have asked for a better time to get themselves a second goal. You can see changes are being prepped for the Magic. Constantini Zoo and Lawton. You can see the wind and the rain just working its way through the gangtree as well. There was a predicted shower, which has arrived. The one thing we didn't predict, Arthur, was that absolute rasping effort by Connor Hampson. Out of this world.
Alexander, that's not the first time he's done it. He scored a scorcher back at Jack Edwards Reserve at the start of the year, and now he's followed through with what is certainly one of the goals of the season. And we were right behind that, the camera. We were sitting dead straight behind it, and as we were talking about the rain, Connor Hampson decides to let one rip with that left foot, and it was absolutely brilliant. And a change now. Brandon Lawton coming on, and it's Brian Satumo coming off, and probably rightly so because he's got a yellow card. And, not a big shower, thankfully but yet still won't be making it any easier for the home side. They're 2-0 down, and they've got a job to do to try and get back into this game. And Oakleigh Cannons, you cannot keep good teams down. And I'll tell you what, I've been very impressed with Jacob Tratt's game. He's been very good in the defence for the Cannons. Everything that's gone through, he's dealt with formidably. And now, Labib, another great member of this Oakleigh team at the moment. But can the Magic do something here? Back post ball, shot wide. No real problem for Manos. Really need to maybe throw Garangaroo into a more attacking midfield role, because they're really chasing the game at the moment. Loss of Sordo early on has really hurt them. Kawaguchi always giving 100%. Chance now. Diaz should have done a lot better than that. A wasted effort. He's really not been in the game at all today, but can't say the same for his teammates.
Yeah, he's had his moments to get involved, but it's been a difficult evening for Stan Diaz. Though now you can sense the weather will be a challenge for the Magic to contend with. And they've had to really try and fight their way back into this one. 1-0 down at the break now. They're 2 down. Feels like maybe if they don't get a goal soon, the shot will be sent up early from the Oakleigh Cannons just to look to claim a clean sheet. Labib just loses out. Fabrizio had Gus down the line, asking for a free kick, and he gets it. Really has been a standout performance from Labib and Hampson in this one. Those two really impressed me in this game, Arthur. They've been involved on both parts, and really, Labib probably unlucky not to have an assist in this game. He laid Juratovic and Guest in instances in that first half for a chance to go 2 up, but nonetheless, they've eventually got there in the end. It's up to Altona Magic to work hard, lift that rate up, and work to get themselves back into this one. That long ball looking for Labib. I think the only reason I also say why it will get more difficult is the rain comes down. When it did, and with the wind, it gets a bit heavier. Players start feeling it in the muscles a little bit more. You get cramped. Pickle juice might come out at some stage in this one for the Oakleigh Cannons. They have that week, the midweek game, and they had to play extra time as well. It's not the fact that they had to play 90. They played 120. So I'll be surprised if we don't see any pickle juice tonight. Here is Kawaguchi. Cut off well. And the run from the goal scorer. Connor Hampson goes down the line. He's been excellent in this fixture tonight. Diaz stumbled for the moment, and then the effort. He's taken a slight deflection. And it's gone out for a corner. That time was Lachlan Gillard getting in the way of that shot. It's really the first time we saw Diaz just coming inward and taking a shot on goal there. Corner kick, though. Oakleigh Cannons, surely one more goal here would seal all 3 points. As we can see, another change getting propped and ready. Campbell strong, number 15 for the Cannons. Just a matter of who will it be to come off. Maybe it is going to be Liston Diaz. The corner coming in just before that, cleared out by Kawaguchi. It's brought down by Guest. He goes wide. Gets it back. Joey Guest. Central's a few players unmarked. And it's come down and it's in, but the flag is up. So, 2 players down at the moment as well. Looks like Gillard and Juratovic. Slowly getting back up on his feet. Here's Gillard. Juratovic from here looks all good to go as the changes being just halted for the moment. Now we'll see the change now. He's going to be McGillip, actually, who's making way here. Number 8 for the Cannons. We did mention Campbell strong. Making his way on. Freshening it up the legs here for the Cannons. Probably the right decision as well. Creating that stability in the midfield. Cannons just really controlling this one. After getting that second goal. Lawton. Someone who has played all around. He's been at Preston. Tonight will need to step up when he's called into action. Here he is now, Lawton. Undercut pass. Still worked out. Gets it back. Fabrizio. Daniel Fabrizio. Guys, stays online. And it looks like a free kick between... A bit of push and shove between Fabrizio and Labib. This is going to be a free kick for the Magic. Do feel like the temperature's dropped just a few degrees here, Arthur. Probably more the fact that we're in the gantry and the wind's just hitting straight at us.
It is absolutely blizzard-like conditions here. It's certainly winter here at Paisley Park. Chance now for the Magic. Whipping ball in. A flick on! Just not getting the desired effect on goal, and Manos seeing it wide. It was a good effort, but the Magic need to get shots on target. And that, at the moment, they're not doing. And as Alexander said earlier, McGillip coming off and Strong coming on. No doubt the likes of Georgiou and Patriotis possibly coming on down with maybe 10 minutes or so to go. That ball was won fair and square. Good decision by the referee. Liston Diaz running off the ball, but now a chance going forward again. Forte. And some pinball action. And Liston Labib got brought down. The referee has given the free kick, and this is dangerous territory for that man Guest. Very dangerous territory. Seen him score some absolute scorchers. Chance now to try and put it beyond the Altona Magic. What can he do now? Hampson's there as well. He's trying to go wide. Guest against the wall. Ball charged down. Claims for offside, and rightly so. And the rain has started again. And this time it's going sideways. We're about 20 metres up here, and I tell you what, for those that are watching the game in the luxury of their own home, enjoy it, because we are suffering the elements at the moment here. The wind has picked up yet again. The Magic are trying, bustling their way. Diaz, he's been in the game as of late. Chance for Diaz. Can he charge the ball down? No, he can't. Lawton, chance for him now. Really needs to get in the game. There's got to be more emergency, Alexander, in the Magic's play.
Yeah, like you said, they need to try and push some further numbers forward. Try and get themselves at least one or two opportunities where to get this game an area where they know one goal could spark this one for the Magic. I think credit to Oakleigh Cannons, though. They just defended in numbers, really. They've been all around the ball. And those of the Magic who, for the moment, have a bit of space, they get charged down real quickly. And I'm telling you now, it's challenging conditions here at Paisley Park. I can only imagine this would make it even more difficult for the Magic to get anything from their attacking three. Again, with Sordo really going off, which you mentioned earlier, Arthur, it's really stemmed the Magic's attack as they try to go forward here. On towards the back post, Mabok was there, and the clearance, which earns them a corner. We saw what happened last time from here. They had a corner. Kawaguchi put it in the right area. It was McCloskey in the end who had the effort, went wide. Sure, Manos, not just having to compete with the players around him, he's got the rain and the wind to deal with too. How will he stand tall for this one? Sent in. It's a good ball. It was well defended. Tratt again. The right place at the right time. Defensive rock. Really. Jacob Tratt just really knows how good to read those crosses in the right place. Gets his head on it, gets it clear. The Cannons again, just able to answer the questions which the Magic are throwing at them at this moment in time. Constantini Zoo having a bit of a wrestle in the corner there. Game happy to go on by the referee, Gillard. Stochevsky, bit of a hidden hope. Still 0-0 in the Maltese derby between George Cross and Green Gully. Now, Labib. Guest, can he seal it here? Joey Guest, and Casey went. Well, straight at him this time. Made sure just to parry that one out. And he almost like he spiked that one out, didn't he, Arthur? There's a change now. He's going to be Listan Diaz this time. He makes his way off. Petharodis. Mark Petharodis. Yep. He's making his way on, the number 7 for the Cannons. Just another masterclass by the management of the Cannons, knowing how to introduce, the right time to really introduce these players. You can see the game is well sewed up, and then they just want to set up shop and then bring in fresh legs just to make sure of things. Of course, if the result stays the way it is, be a good way to bounce back after being eliminated from the New Balance Doherty Cup. It'll be a disappointing week, but again, this would be a way to respond. There's that one towards the back post. Just too much on it in the end. Happy for Wendt to just let that one go past. It'll be a goal kick. Again, time going to be the factor for the Magic, as well as the weather, Arthur, as it still continues to blow, and the wind with a bit of rain too. The long ball. Manos will get to that as he shouts his name twice to make sure that no one gets in his way. He's had a good game, Manos.
Yes, fellow goalkeeper. Very good game, solid game, and that's what you need in these kind of conditions. He's been very, very much one of the better players of the Oakleigh Cannons. Haven't had to rely too much on the brilliance of Guest as they normally do. Sinclair, and he's got the throw in. And that man there, Connor Hampson. How can we forget that second goal? Rain still tumbling down here. The winter is well and truly here, Alexander. Just hope that this scaffolding does not keel over, because it's a bit whippy at the moment. Patherinos tries to get the ball forward. He's received it, trying to get the corner. Hampson, he's there. Sinclair, ball across the box. Not a great clearance. Patherinos, he's gone for the chip. And in the end, wasn't going to beat Wendt from that distance. And it's balls sprayed and really to no one. And the Magic have almost gone to a whimper at the moment. There's still time if they're good enough. They get a goal, anything can happen, but on the probability and the balance of play, Alexander, they have their backs against the wall to this league leaders Oakleigh side, and a chance now going forward, and good defending in the end.
It's great work there by Gillard. The sliding challenge. You've seen a few of those now since the rain's come down. Players just flying off their feet, sliding to win the ball. There's a bit of a mix-up there between Lawton and Gust. The Cannons, just for the moment, came away with it. Does stay in play, though. Lawton. Can he find a moment of brilliance to unlock this Oakleigh Cannons stalwart defence? At the moment, unbreachable. A force field's almost in front of it, as a free kick was probably alluded to. The referee happy to let that one go. Mabok comes central. It's just really isolated Mabok this evening. Though he had an option with Hatsopoulos, who's still going. Sinclair did well. And now the counter-attack is on here. This could be the moment for Cannons to go and seal it. And the effort straight at Casey Wendt again. As the Magic again trying to go the other way. You can see now the game's stretched a little bit, which probably will suit the Magic a little bit. But again, it's a matter of just getting the numbers forward. And Mabok alone, 1v1. He's only able to win the throw-in. Kawaguchi making his way forward into the 80th minute here at Paisley Park. 10 or so minutes of normal time. As the Cannons now lining up 2 changes. As you can see, Matthew Miller, the number 6, prompting and getting ready, as well as Brandon Giaccarini. Long ball sent forward by Manos. Sochevsky sends it down. Gust making that run forward, but just unable to find him around. Disappointing, really, this evening for the Magic. Started exactly the way the Cannons would have wanted it to. Getting an early goal in the 11th minute through Labib. Yep. Just a type of evening where it's just become a little bit frustrating now for the Magic. The Cannons really could have had more. They could have one more here too. And Labib is just straight into an offside position. And we'll see those changes now. As we'll see Juratovic will make his way off. And final moments as well for Labib. So the goal scorer in Labib. Another great performance tonight by him. No goal from Juratovic tonight, but heavily involved on the attacking end. He's caused a lot of issues for that Altona Magic defence. He's earned a well-earned rest, I think, Arthur's fair to say. Done exactly what they needed to do coming here tonight at Paisley Park. They knew it was going to be a challenge, which they've really found solutions in all matters, and one of which we saw from a beautiful strike from Connor Hampson, which maybe it looks like it may have just put the game to bed. Thought one goal in it, but the second one might have just killed the contest. As now just here. The moment, play it down for the Cannons. So look over to the Magic bench. And just have a look to see if they are making or thinking of making another change. Again, Manos smart enough just to do the same thing he did earlier. He just been asked again to take the ball back just from the right position. Taking a few seconds off the clock, to say the least. Gust goes highest, doesn't get any connection with the ball. And that one's cleared forward by Stachevsky. Nice work by Gust, and now Lawton's streaming through. Was met by a wall of blue. Just happy to clear forward the Cannons and just get back into shape. As you can hear Manos shouting across the ground from here, Arthur, wanting that defensive shape to be up and early, ready for this next wave of Magic attacks, which I must say have been pretty tamed in the second half.
It's been the Magic have basically petered out in, especially in the latter portions of this second half. The Cannons have basically done it all at will, basically, as the Magic try and decipher something. Bit of pushing and shoving there, and the throw in to the Cannons. Got about 5 minutes left on the clock, and I don't think there would be too much Gavin Tasevsky and Goffrey Lino to come on. Some youngsters. And Kawaguchi's come off. Probably the best player that the Magic have had. Certainly giving you 100%. Time ticking away. The Oakleigh Cannons using up all their experience to try and mop up time and say, no one's getting through our defence. Chance now. The Magic wasting another ball. And George Cross and Green Gully. The Maltese derby is 0-0. It's finished even Stevens. And ultimately, Green Gully stay on the bottom of the table on 4 points. And George Cross move on to 19. Eric Vassiliadis and Mr. Vargas, who recently took over the Green Gully position, sharing the spoils. Chance now to bleed a bit of time here for the Cannons. Some good play there. An opening. What can happen here? Berithiotis across the face of goal. And not a good mop up there by Went. Should have done a lot better. He's been in the wars at times this evening. And a big clearance. A bit of distance there too. Alexander very lucky not to see a third go in.
It has been a challenging second half for the Magic and Went, who at times just felt under pressure, sorting his feet out and just getting out there as quick as he can. Cannon's attack propping forward and just trying to find a third. A third would surely seal it here, but I feel like they've done the job, the Cannons tonight. They've just been that clinical part of the game, shown why they're top of the ladder. And the Magic now going on a second consecutive week, back-to-back losses. They'll have to address that. As Dandy City, we said earlier, got the win, only piles the misery and the pressure onto this Magic even further than plenty of time in this season, of course. Only round 15 here in the Senol NPL Victoria. Closing stages here at Paisley Park. It's been a challenging game for both sides, but there's been quality. We've seen beautiful goals from both Labib, Connor Hampson too, who, for me, I reckon, Arthur, probably a goal of the week contender, surely. There's a late free kick here for the Cannons. The time, like you said earlier, is bleeding away. It's ticking just when you thought the Magic would come out in the second half and make this an interesting tussle. The Cannons have really showed their class. Sent in, cleared by Rue. Does just trickle out for a throw-in. Probably just looking over the fourth official, Arthur, just to see how much added time will be added on here at Paisley Park. Surely not too much. We did have a few stoppages. Now into the 90th minute, so we'll just wait for our fourth official. put the numbers up. That one sent in Hampson. Comes to the edge of the box, but cleared forward. Mabok trying to get to that one first. Does come off Sinclair last. Be a throw-in as we do get 4 minutes. 4 minutes of added time here. The Magic have 4 minutes to respond, which looks very unlikely. The manner of how they've played tonight. The second half they've petered out. Almost feel like the Cannons have come here. It didn't really seem like they played an extra time, 120 minutes. They've looked really relaxed and in control of most of this one. Gust just loses out. And now the Cannons can go again. But not if it wasn't for Rue, who's in the box at the back, gets it from Mabok. And that's a blow shot, which Manos, no trouble whatsoever. Happy just to hit his palms and just recollect that one. I'm surprised he didn't let the Altona Magic attackers come and try and steal off a few seconds off the clock there, Arthur.
Yeah, he cushioned the ball there, and ultimately, like you said, it's really junk time at the moment for the Oakleigh Cannons. Like you said, considering they played a game on Wednesday night, it seems like Altona Magic are the ones that played the cup game, not the Cannons, because Oakleigh's actually gotten stronger as the game's gotten along. And I suppose it's not a surprise. They are the league leaders, and they're certainly one of the teams to beat, if not the team to beat, for this 2026 season. Yet again, the Cannons are certainly going to see finals action. And they certainly want to muster up more points on that top of the table to get a bit of a cushion between all the rest of the front runners, like the Heidelbergs and the Avondales, as the shuttle train shuffling, chugging through in the background there behind the goals. Alexander, one of the features here at Paisley Park. Chance now, and it's a danger position here. Miller, twisting, turning the ball in the box, and a corner ball. And they really are doing at will what they like. Giacarini trying to dig his way through there. And taking their time. And it's a matter of when, not how at the moment. Connor Hampson, he's called for the ball, and he's got it. Twisting and turning. Some good work there. Hampson. Bit of desperation to give the ball back. And no real desperation by Connor Hampson to get the ball. He thinks to himself, well, I've scored a ripper of a goal and we're 2-0 up and there's only minutes to go. I'm not going to rush to get the ball. Offside given. Where to now for the Altona Magic, Alexander?
Well, first and foremost, I'll be playing the South Melbourne Hellas team next week, so they'll need to get ready for that one. That's going to be a big clash. I know without a manager at the moment, question marks of how they'll respond after. I guess they got a draw today, so it's a positive one for South Melbourne. I mean, they've been battered in the league the last few weeks. I mean, pretty much with a youth squad, but the Magic on the other end, who win a free kick late here, probably the last moment of the game, we'll see. It'll be a matter of how they prepare themselves. They go into the training grounds with full of energy, and look to respond. Whereas for Oakleigh Cannons, they've got St Albans Dynamo, and they're sitting clear at the top on 33 points. Just almost starting to break away almost, I feel like, the Cannons. And if they get the better of the Cannons, sorry, if they get the better of the St Albans Dynamo, they could potentially find themselves 6 points clear. Together. Though there's not much that separates the bottom sides, Arthur. It's Gully on 4 points, Dandenong on 12, Altona Magic on 13. And you had Danny City. There's a free kick now from Gust, who sends it in, just gone over the bar, and that is it here at Paisley Park. It is a resounding 2-0 win for the Oakleigh Cannons. They were in control. There was an excellent all-round performance, as you said as well. Felt like the Magic were the team that played the cup match midweek. The Cannons doing exactly what they needed to do here tonight. It was opening goal from Labib, and a second half rasping effort by Hampson to give the Oakleigh Cannons that 2-goal lead. And it felt from that point on, it was definitely game, set, and match. It just felt like the energy, and it was subdued, and even with losing Sordo in the first half, it was always going to be an uphill battle. So, Paisley Park, another wonderful evening of football. Myself, Alexander, Stojanovski, and Arthur, thank you for tuning in tonight on the Senol NPL Victoria YouTube channel. It's tonight the Cannons who come away with a big victory here. It was Altona Magic 0, Oakleigh Cannons 2.